Now, this is the same lady, that red haired lady. That is the same lady. Her name is LaCrystal Vaughn.
Going back in the building, man. We got it.
I'm gonna wait right here with my boyfriend.
You can go ahead and turn your phone off too, please.
I can record. I'm in a public place. Yeah, look at the treatment.
From the video that's floating around now that has been going viral of that African American lady that was at Dallas Regional Medical Center that was in active labor. This is that same nurse. This video is from 2023, and the person went to the hospital to get medical attention because they were having seizures. And lo and behold, as you can see in the video, that rare hair bitch, her name is LaCrystal Vaughn. Somebody took a screenshot of this video, and when I tell you the lady is truly evil, she is truly evil. So Miss LaCrystal, she been doing this for a while. Dallas Regional Medical Center has been under scrutiny for quite some time now. So this is nothing new. This is actually sad and sickening, bro.
I'm sorry to keep holding. How can I help you?
Why take in black patients if you want to treat them right?
I'm sorry, say that again, ma'am?
Why take in black patients if you want to treat them right?
Ma'am, we do know about that. We're marking down the complaints about it. I can't really go into it, honestly, but I will let them know that you called and are complaining about it, and we've had many calls, trust me. Okay?
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
The thing that's going to be really uncomfortable is that that nurse did that on purpose. That nurse was behaving that way to that black woman on purpose. That woman enjoyed the opportunity to display her racism, to display power and control over. That woman, that triage nurse from Dallas Regional Medical Center in the emergency department room, did that to that woman on purpose because she is racist. It was a conscious choice to deny care, compassion, humility, grace, kindness. That was intentional. When you watch the video and you hear her tone, you'll be like, that was 100% intentional. We are dangerous to black women and black families because we carry with us so much internalized allegiance to our whiteness and patriarchy that we will exact harm, actual physical harm on somebody because it makes us feel like we are closer to a food chain and a system of power that was never made for us. We will punch down. We will kick down. We don't challenge the authority at the top. We're not challenging patriarchy. We are exacting revenge and power over someone that we think, oh, finally somebody that has less than us. And you wonder why black women say we are the men of women and they pick a bear over us, or being trapped in a boardroom with a white man. That nurse's disdain and coldness mirrored the pastor that we saw a week ago, right? The one who said, no, I don't even have a parking spot for you. And then went on to church to talk about the grace of God's love. We have a real problem amongst us, white women. And it is not going to get better unless we, as white women, start unpacking our internalized biases and also holding other white women accountable for their behavior and the environments that they create. I hope that that woman who was subjected to that kind of treatment both sues the hospital and wins, but also has some support and therapy to help her recover from an awful experience while she was in labor, which should have been a beautiful, supportive, and positive experience.
What's up, guys? I have an update from the video I uploaded yesterday about that nurse mistreating and neglecting a black woman in active labor. Right now, she has not yet been fired, but her name has already been identified. She's called LaCrystal Vaughn. She has been working at the Dallas Regional Medical Center for some time, and again, her license number has been identified, her address has been identified. All of these information are on the social media, especially on her social page. So I'm not here trying to dox someone. People have been trying to call the hospital, but the only response they are receiving is that the issue is being taken care of because the hospital has been receiving a lot of complaints. And again, there is another viral clip going around when this woman was mistreating and neglecting a patient at the same hospital back in 2023, and the patient had seizures. So, guys, I want us to watch the reaction of the people, especially those who are calling the hospital, and again, some of the palm colored people, because they were admitting the fact that that nurse got an opportunity to profile that black woman, and that is medical racism. So welcome back to Afrojudy's channel. I really appreciate your massive love and support, and to my new subscribers, welcome on board. To all my subscribers, my members, and to anyone watching this video, feel at home and much love from Afrojudy. So let's unpack this episode together.
I don't see this getting enough attention, so we're gonna go ahead and just get straight to the point. This is Nurse LaCrista Vaughn. LaCrista works at Dallas Regional Medical Center in Mesquite, Texas, and the other day she had a woman in the triage room and she had no type of sense of urgency whatsoever. Mind you, this patient was clearly in pain, and you can even hear in her tone of voice that she just did not care whatsoever. I'm gonna insert a snippet of the video that I saw so you guys can take a look.
When's your due date?
Right now.
Is your due date 11?
What?
How many times have you been pregnant?
Now, as y'all saw from the clip, she showed no type of empathy and no type of sense of urgency whatsoever. In fact, the way she was even asking the questions, she sounded more annoyed than anything. When is your due date? How many times have you been pregnant? Like, she sounded like this was something that just annoyed the crap out of her. And when you go through her social media posts, which is all public, by the way, she constantly makes jokes like this right here. And then to top it all off, the hospital itself has horrible reviews. So you would think that with those horrible reviews, they would be on the employees to try and turn their brand around. But instead, you have comments being left like these right here. And the craziest part about this is that before anyone assumes that, okay, these are just spam comments after this event took place, it's not. A lot of these comments are from 5 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, 11 months ago. And what's really bad is the fact that she's even been mentioned in a lot of those reviews, and somehow she's still employed there. LaCrista, if you see this, I just think that it is disgusting how you can post stuff like this and yet you don't own up to it. You're not a good person.
And Dallas Regional Hospital need to be shut down, evacuated, and investigated. It's no way that that lady has been there for at least 3 years and they don't know what she's doing to people. I watched that video and I felt like she was doing an attempt at unaliving. How quick that lady at contractions was, you could tell that baby was almost there. And it's very clear they know what's going on between cameras, supervisors, doctors, and patients that's been complaining about them for years. This lady was caught on camera way back in 2023 abusing patients, and the look on her face looked like she didn't have a care in the world because she knew her doctor, her supervisor, and the people that was running that damn hospital was gonna back her up. And she looked so evil and so confident in what she doing. I'm almost 100% sure I will bet my last dollar that she has contributed to somebody taking their last breath due to her withholding care. And in 2025, let's not act like organ harvesting is not real. That whole damn hospital need to be investigated.
The issue is we don't believe Black women's pain because we've elevated them to superhero status because of how much shit they get. So it's easier for us to call them superheroes versus actually help them and treating them like they're equal. Because newsflash, they actually feel the same type of pain that men and white women feel. Crazy, I know. But it's so much easier for us to be like, oh, Black women, they're so strong, versus, oh, we should believe that you're in pain when you tell us you're in pain so you don't die in childbirth. Newsflash to everyone on here, Black women are superheroes, but they also feel pain. Black women are people, so quit treating them like it's this thing that we can't fix. We're part of the problem. We are part of the problem. We make them seem like it's this thing that we can't fix. So we're like, oh, they're amazing. Yes, they're amazing in spite of all of that. But they still feel pain. We call them amazing. We call them superheroes. We call them all these things so we don't have to help them and we don't have to believe them when they're in pain. That LaCrista Vaughn nurse that was just casually typing in notes while that Black woman was in delivery, and that was disgusting. Fucking believe Black women when they say they are in pain, especially if they are giving birth.
I saw this video. I watched it in its entirety, and to say I am upset and disappointed would be an understatement, but I'm not even gonna lie and say I'm shocked, because I'm not. I'm not. If you don't know me, I'm Tema. I'm a family medicine resident, and I think one of the biggest parts of my identity is I'm a Black woman. I am a Black woman who is a physician. I am in healthcare, and one of the reasons I decided to do primary care especially was the disparities in how different groups of people are treated in this country, especially when it comes to the medical field, it can't even be put into words. It is a known fact that Black women have higher rates of maternal mortality and morbidity when it comes to pregnancy and deliveries, right? And part of what contributes to this is racism. Let's call a spade a spade. It's racism. Because even if you look at studies which look at adjusting for socioeconomic status, adjusting for education status, Black women are still at higher rates of dying in childbirth. And then you see this type of video where this woman is clearly uncomfortable, clearly in pain, is telling you that she feels it in her butt, feels rectal pressure. I think about what type of stuff do we do where I work. A patient like that, immediately, triage room, we're getting a glove on, we're checking to see where she is, right? I'm not going to go through your whole medical history. And none of the nurses I work with, we're going to go through your whole medical history right then and delay potential care, right? As we're getting the gloves on, we can ask your G's and P's if we don't know it. We can ask what is important medical history as we are getting the gloves on to check you. And I just wish more people in healthcare, especially people who aren't Black, let's be honest, I wish you guys understood how this is such a common issue, that Black people are not listened to when it comes to their health, and how Black people are mistreated. And I wish you understood that this is not a one-off. It's not just a here, there. It's a systemic thing. It is systemic. And that is why so many people don't trust doctors. That's why so many people come online, talk to people who aren't in the medical field, because medicine as a whole has not made patients feel like they can trust us. And my hope and my prayer is that myself being in medicine, other Black women being in medicine, and then other people who have shown themselves to be allies, help to try to break the chains that have really been put on the healthcare system and cause barriers between patients and us as healthcare providers. But things like this are not going to help.
Yo, this is LaCrista. LaCrista, girl, you're in trouble. You're in trouble, girl. Because all your information is floating all over the internet because of your behavior. You're supposed to be a nurse. You're supposed to care for people, have empathy, have consideration. And from the last two videos I've seen, you didn't display that type of behavior towards people of color. The young man that had a seizure that came into the emergency room, and now the young lady that was in active labor. LaCrista, this may not be the field for you. Perhaps a McDonald's, Chick-fil-A even, maybe Wendy's, gas station, possibly. Now, I'm not an advocate for people losing their jobs, but in this type of situation, I'm full-on advocate. This lady does not need to hold any type of medical license. She does not deserve to be an LPN or RN, whatever title she holds, because clearly she has a bias. And I bet you if you look back, or if they dug deep enough, she's had several complaints. I will put money on that. And if this is the type of behavior we caught on camera, what kind of behavior didn't people catch on camera? So again, I don't necessarily advocate for people, losing their jobs, but I think this is warranted. And I hope that the people involved receive some sort of justice. I would never want her at my bedside in my worst time of my life.
Well, guys, this nurse has been mistreating patients for quite a long period of time at that hospital, because that was not the first case. Yesterday, when I watched another viral clip of her neglecting a patient with seizures, I was so shocked, and I came to realize that that woman was not the first patient she neglected. We don't know right now how many patients she has neglected, because were it not filmed on the camera, nobody could have believed it. But the black people knows very well that these are some of the kind of things they have been facing at the hospital. I was just going through the comment section of the video I uploaded yesterday. The testimony from the women who went to give birth at various hospitals in the United States and some of the Western countries, they really got me, because women are being mistreated out here, especially if you go to give birth. Nobody trusts you when you tell them that you are in pain, that the baby is coming out. A lot of women have lost their lives just because of the negligence from some of the nurses, but some of them were giving positive responses because they were treated good. But nearly 90% of the women are being mistreated so bad in the United States and some of the Western countries, especially if you look like me or if you are a brown woman. And again, instead of the hospital firing that nurse instantly, I think they are still there with her, because last time the video which was went viral, I checked it yesterday, it was 19 million views. To mean that the hospital knows exactly what one of their staff is doing, but they are still trying to keep her. And again, some of the comments and the reviews that people were leaving at the hospital page, they were so negative from some years back, not just from yesterday, but there is no any other concern on consideration being put in place. And people have been trying to report her to the board of nurses, but they were requesting if they could provide her license number, her address, her full names, the first name and the last name, and all the information right now, they are on the social media. Like, I don't know if we have the true social media FBI's, because they provided the information so fast, and now people are filing a report to the board of nurses so that her license can be terminated, even if the hospital refuse to fire her, because they know exactly whatever she's doing. Immediately your license get terminated, there is no point of you working at the hospital, because which document will you provide? There is no document you will provide. And again, she was so reluctant. If a woman is in labor, you know very well that she's in labor. I know the paperwork is being required, but why didn't she take her to the birthing room, to the delivery room, then do the paperwork later on after delivering the baby? Because the baby had bowel movement. And again, the grandma was saying that the amniotic fluid was green. What if the baby could have swallowed a lot of amniotic fluid? It could have been another case. And those two cute babies, they will be a blessing to this world. In fact, they will receive a lot of blessings. People really love them, and we're asking for their Amazon wish list. So if you're on TikTok, the link to their Amazon wish list is right on their page, pinned there. You can go and help those two little angels. I tagged the page of that woman right down below here. That is the original page of them, so you can go and support her. And again, people were asking if they have a GoFundMe so that they can help them raise something to file a lawsuit against this nurse. Still, I've not seen any link about the GoFundMe. In case there is anything, I will continue updating you guys, because as a woman, I know the pain that woman was going through. It was not easy on her side. And again, I can say that her mom, she was so soft spoken and she handled the issue so well. Like some people, the anger issue cannot allow them to do that. And I think also her mother was trying to control herself to be strong so that her daughter can see her mom being strong and deliver without any problem. But were it not for that, something which could have happened in that hospital, it could have been another story. So guys, let me know what you think about this. And please, I'm not trying to dox this nurse because all this information are on the social media. People have checked her Facebook page, her Instagram page, the kind of stuff she was trying to post there. She lacked humanity. Instead of sticking to the oath, she is going against her own oath, the nurse's oath. Why is it that she is behaving this way and she went to the nursing school? She's a registered nurse. Instead of taking care of human beings, treating them so well, she's doing contrary to what she was taught in school. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section. In case of any update, I will keep you guys posted. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I honestly appreciate your massive love and support. Until next time, always remember to take good care of yourself and remember to pray for all Black women across the globe. Until next time, peace and love.